Get rich. All right. Oh, and the other one's permanent foothold. So, man, I got lucky. Yeah, I'll show you real quick. Yeah, get rich or cry trying. That's not going to be that hard on Togawa, honestly. The game goes my way. I do go third. It's not awesome. And I have to be careful to not get stomped on by Nordic or Polania, honestly. In fact, I feel like I have to seriously consider the possibility of trapping the tundra right over here. And this is my start right here, actually, the trade for 2 metal first, I think. It could be producing next. That was an old start before I started trading metal and then moving. Okay, so I thought about doing something similar to this with Nordic. I think, but I was considering it in the context of like a possible factory rush. So, oh, Togawa Innovative? Yes. Yes, it does. Garrett, it does. Definitely. Yeah, this is mine. This is a trade for 2 metal and probably submerge on the village. I should say, at least the way I played Togawa Innovative, it does make enough coins for this. See, I already got 7. Maybe I gotta trap the tundra, right? What do we got here, Nordic? He's just rushing for it. Oh, wow. This right here. Both these last two are great. I kind of like the second one better, to be honest with you, because you get the resources too. I mean, he's set up to already get a mech. He takes that. And, I mean, the building's tempting, right? You get the 2 coins for being neighbor to a lake. So that's a 4-point swing right there between taking this and taking this. And if he has to get the power star, it would be a little bit easier. He doesn't have to do a 4-worker produce because, you know, he'll have 2 here and 1 here. So the first produce will go to 4. So he'll produce with 4 workers instead of 3. I think the resources he takes there are definitely it's definitely the metal. So this is an understandable one to think about for a bit. It's got to be metal, right? I mean, I guess he could take oil. Yeah. I mean, that just lets him think about it for a turn. So this is coming out on the water in turn 4. So it could be on me in turn 5. Okay, well, we didn't really want Polania to get a mech on this. Because now, yes, they can invade us at turn 5. Because they have this lake mech on the lake. Good job, Fomov. Well, way to share that strategy with the world. But he has to take the first and then the third one if he wants to get the Mac, which means no enlist. Not yet. He'll get it soon, though. Yeah. All right, well, that settles that. I have to trap the Tundra, definitely. Where's my metal? What? You got a mech? Isn't that good enough for you? All right. Well, yeah, see, he trades metal. It's no different than if he'd just taken metal off of it and then traded 2 oil for his upgrade. What do we do here? I think I gotta save the combat card trap for Nordic. Hull has no pop, so this has got to be power. And I think that I'm gonna see. I think I have to start with combat card trap. Well, I'm not the combat card trap. It's combat cards or this. I can run out of power if I go this, but it's gonna be a hot minute before my next enlist. So, uh, hmm. Know what I gotta do? I mean, I could produce again. I mean, Polania doesn't have the move upgrade, which is wonderful for me. Because I do have to worry about Ali moving too fast here. But right now, attacking this space would be a huge mistake for him. He would literally go to 0 power. It wouldn't be great for me. All right, we've got with the speed mech coming out here, or if he wants to be a little bit more cautious, he could do seaworthy here. So if these get sent home, which seems kind of unlikely at this point. Nordic is going to have his 2 mechs and be ready to move to the factory quickly. All right, I got to think about this because normally I wouldn't do that. Normally I would have moved this over the mountain and I'd be starting toward my first mech, but Polania's encounter forces me to play a little bit more defensively here. Yeah, the lake block makes sense. He doesn't want the trap, not for 2 oil. Thing is, now I have to move. I want that worker on the mountain. But if I bring the oil with me, oh, enlist factory card. Ooh, wasn't sure we wanted to see that. Ooh, objective already. Well, at least we know they have it. The mechs are going to be slow for Polania, though. We're glad to not have seen a mech factory card. Okay, I have to take this encounter or I won't get one. Oh, it was his factory card was 2 coins for a power and an enlist. I don't like doing this, but I'm afraid I'm going to get it stolen if I bring it with me. Probably not, but not exactly what I wanted, but I wanted resources, but I think this is the best option, although and this trap is going to be a bluff, unfortunately. Yeah, that's why I went the other direction. Plus, you know, there is the possibility of tier 2 here. Oh. So Polania's going to use the factory card. They could mess up my day by coming down here, but that doesn't help them. And they have an issue with the bid now. Because that enlist factory card is going to mess with the bid. Why couldn't we have gotten that? That would have been really nice. They can't take number 3. So it's just a couple pop and some resources for them. And they're at 0 coins. So I think 2 of those just have to be food, right? And then you've got to produce. So, I mean, I think the temptation here is to take metal, but I think that would be a mistake. Okay, yeah, that's a good decision. Oil is a really good decision there. Because now when he produces, he can upgrade something. So that's gonna be pretty key. All right. So Nordic had gone speed, so they're not really in a hurry here. So I get one more upgrade. At least. I think I'm going to upgrade produce. So do I... Yeah, I'm going to upgrade produce, but do I do deploy or do I do enlist? I think I do enlist. right? No, I'm gonna do deploy. And I am not gonna do the I'm not gonna produce on 3 territories with this. I may regret that, but we'll see. I think it'll be okay. Polania can't get down here without use of a factory card, and that's just a waste of a turn for them. Especially with this bid. They may have to get tier 2 to stay competitive here. Okay. So now, assuming Polania doesn't want to just ruin my day here and bump all these workers, I mean, I don't think that would be the right move for them. So now we kind of got our engine set up, right? We're going to run out of power is the only problem. Of course, I could have, suppose if I'd done the triple upgrade, I could have worked a worker over here eventually. And then taken a turn to trade and get another upgrade. Score is probably in my favor at the moment, yeah. This is not a bad idea. Well, there's some metal for Polania. And the $2 is pretty key right there. The fact that they can do this money neutral, that's pretty key. That was really good for Polania because that's the last. That's basically 2 turns for them. That's 2 max. So the game just got quicker. And was that was the regular move, right? Yeah, it was. Eight power for Nordic. No surprise there. Doesn't look like anybody's gonna upgrade. I may have to just Ronin at some point. Nordic with 3 max. Did they upgrade Bolster? They didn't, so I don't know what their other... Are they gonna do enlists? So we're not gonna move the character this time, as much as I hate it. We can't leave this spot unguarded. And with Get Rich as an objective, I think as much as I would love an extra power off of this, that I've got to take coin enlist. And we're gonna take some combat cards and hope they're not as bad. They are not as bad. They are much better than the ones I had. That's great. Had the game slightly off this whole time, off the screen. 1, 2, 3. Oh, he upgraded his deploy, so that works nicely for him, doesn't it? Even better than I thought it was. And we got to do Ronin, I think. Definitely. And it's time to get some enlists now. Oh, hello. Now this is not really so bad. Oh, no, he's going to lake block. This is really bad for Nordic. And actually, I don't hate this at all. I don't hate this at all. I'm going to get to move up and put the combat card trap here. So I trapped the Tundra, which I think I had to do. But it does now mean ooh. That takes some cards away from Polania at least. That's nice. Gives me a card. Card back to Polania. Oh wow, I've got some nice cards now. Not too surprising that they come back. Is there not metal on the ground? I guess there wasn't. I thought there was metal on the ground for some reason. I'm going to be up at 7 pop pretty soon if I want it. So, Polania doing all right at the moment. That would be a good place for them to attack right there because I wouldn't get Ronin. But, oh no. Oh, there is metal right there. I'm right, yeah. So Nordic may have just had their game ended. Question is, that's Polania, and Polania can enlist using the factory card. My gosh. They're about ready to win. They've already got their I need to spread a little bit. You can't win this turn. Anyone gonna build? I don't think so. But I need to take the next turn off to trade for pop. Because I only have a 7 bid to work with here. Is that even gonna do anything for me though? Take me to 30? It's 3 turns, right? Okay, that's not what I thought Polania was gonna do. I think Polania is going to win this, right? The only thing they have done that may get them in trouble here. They don't have a large enough bid on me for it to be too much trouble. They went in the wrong order. Because now they've got to use their factory card to get the power. But once they get the workers here, if they use their factory card, it's just going to end it and they can't spread. The question is, what's my best use? I wish Polania will get a coin. Oh, this is hard. I'd get another mech. I think I gotta get another mech because I'll have one more turn, and I think the spread may matter more than tier 2. Um, and we're still, how many coins short are we? We're 5 coins short. It's 4 right there. Remember, the lakes are 2, though. He's got an upgraded move. And there's the factory. I don't think, like, Nordic, you have to do something here. Buys me a turn, though. He still needs one more enlist and the worker star. So I am going to be able to get tier 2, I think. Would really have liked it if Nordic would have built a building, not this turn, but the next. All right, this is 6 points right here. I've got to get on these lakes. I need 1, 2, 3 turns to get to the factory. And he can end the game in 2 turns. And I'll get 2 more turns if I produce another mech, so that would get me to get rich. That's one of them. He's got 8. I'm still gonna be, it's gonna be 10 minus if I expand to another territory. He's got an upgraded move. I've got 3 5s. He just used the triple move. So he can't win 1v1 here on the... Then he could come back and double attack it. Every territory is precious right now. So if I only add one more territory as opposed to 2 this turn, that takes me to 32. And then I could add 8 more points off a trade for pop. It's 3 coins, but it will affect my ability to get the factory. Okay. Goes Polania. But now they can't. They could trade. They could produce next turn to get their worker star. One, two, three, four. But is it enough? Can Nordic move? Nordic can't move. So how many coins have we set ourselves up to get? The game's either over right now or it's not. The answer is 945. So he gets a 1, 2, 3. He gets a 4 advantage on the bonus. That puts him at 47. He would get to 50. And he split these workers, which I guess does help. 51, I guess, with the extra resource. And I'm going to go to 45. Nine, 45. It's 44. 51, 7. That ties. I think he wins. Did this math right. I think I lose this by 1. Has 4 lakes. So the star puts him at 46. The 2 extra lakes put him at 50. See what he does. Has to win by 3 as it is now. Difference in our bids is 7, right? And he would win a tiebreaker, so he needs 51. Two of these lakes cancel each other out. No, why did you tell him? Oh, why did you tell him? Tom, he's got to figure that out. He's got to figure that out for himself. It's 46, 50, 51 when he adds the food. Yeah, I mean, I'd almost certainly win this game if he doesn't end it right now. Come on, buddy, you can't do that. Did he produce the food? Wait, what happened? Wait. I won. Oh, he produced the workers first and the game ended. The game ended. He's got 50. He's got 54. I've got 48, right? $48, and he's got 54. Polania drops to 1. Oh my gosh. I won. Well, here's the thing. In an actual in real life game, sitting around the table, if somebody said, I produce to 8 workers, I produce 8 workers and every time I've ever played a game in real life in Scythe, you don't drop everything down on the hexes at once. You decide them one by one. You'd say, I produce 3 workers. Now I produce the food. Okay? That's how you would mechanically do it in an in real life game. So I think, practically speaking, in a casual in real life game sitting around the table, no one would be like, oh, you just put down the 3 workers, the game's over. Or if someone was, I think everybody would have to say, okay, that's right. That's a bummer. Like, I wouldn't do that in a casual game around the table. But this is a tournament game. And I think if someone was playing in an in real life tournament and someone put 3 workers on the board, I think somebody would say, now you have to place a 6-star. And I think that would be right. And so, Sibishisum, I think to answer your question, I don't think he technically won. I think he technically lost. And I think that's the feels bad. The feels bad is the loss was technical. The feels bad is if we sat down and he like planned out the turn. Um, what he ended up getting to do did not correspond with what he did. But I think it fits into the same category as a misclick. I think it fits into the same category as taking your encounter options out of order on Polania. Um, I think it fits in the same category of taking the Albion non-character combat and not getting to lay a trap before the character combat. All right, well, we'll pick this up later. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll I'm gonna call this a win. We'll see what everybody else on the tournament coordinator team thinks, but yeah, I think it's a win.